Hi, I'm Picta, nice to meet ya. If you're new here, I'm an artist, and today I'm doing the 10 Art Styles Challenge. If you don't already know what this challenge is, it's an artistic challenge to see if you can imitate 10 art styles from your favorite shows, games, and other media. I've definitely tried to draw in other art styles before, but never too seriously or on this scale. Today, I will be drawing my Sona for this challenge because the Pictaverse needs to expand. So, with all that being said, let's move on to the drawings and see if I can imitate one of your favorites. The first art style I will be drawing in is actually my own. This is so we can get a baseline to reference from. This is by far one of the more rendered drawings in this video. I ended up drawing a lot of cartoon styles, which are very simplified for animation purposes. I'm not sure how to commentate drawing my own art style, but I had to get my signature triangle noses. This drawing is an accurate depiction of my character, so keep this in mind when you see me inevitably changing characteristics of the design to fit future art styles. I will say it was a very difficult task to do full body drawings for all of these, and towards the end I was definitely regretting my decisions. However, when you see them all together, it's definitely worth it. So here's our baseline art style, mine! The second art style I will be drawing in is Monster High. Let's make this freak fabulous. So this art style was a bit intimidating. I mean, it's so distinctive and detailed. Through these drawings, you will see me use an extensive amount of references. I think the face and head shape was a very important thing to get right, as the eyes and full lips are a staple of the art style. Another thing I had to get right was the body type, which Monster High does not have much diversity in, so there wasn't much wiggle room. I decided to edit her outfit just a little bit and gave her very tall and platformed shoes so she'd fit in with the other ghouls. I actually found out there's some bug characters in the universe, so I referenced their antennas. I also hadn't noticed until now, but the Monster High girls have very pointy fingers. And just in case you're wondering, I'm a big Draculaura and Ghoulia fan. This is my finished drawing in the style of Monster High. Moving on, I will be going through the portal and joining the Owl House universe. This sure will be a hoot. This style was very easy for me, and I think my Sona would fit in this universe pretty well, considering unique ears are pretty normal there. I found out not many characters have bangs in the show, so there was a little bit of guesswork when drawing her hair. Something interesting I learned about the style when drawing is that the only bit of shading they really use is underneath the neck. I think if my Sona had to pick a coven, it would be Beastkeeping or Illusions. This is my Sona in the Owl House art style. Next up, I'm going to channel my inner Jack Black. It's Minecraft time. So, obviously, Minecraft isn't really 2D friendly, and I can't even imagine trying to draw my character into Minecraft, which is why I made a skin. The website I used for this is Skindex. You can create, edit, or download skins off of it. This was honestly pretty fun, and I have created Minecraft skins in the past, so I didn't have too much trouble getting it done. I also think the speed paint for this turned out pretty neat. And while we're talking about Minecraft, here's a short, shameless plug of one of my latest videos where I made fusions of different Minecraft mobs. Go check it out. Some parts of the design don't translate too well, like the big hair, antenna, or ears, but I still think it looks pretty good. I actually really love Minecraft, so this wasn't very laboring on me, and I had a bit more freedom than imitating a set show or game's design style. And I don't care if it's a bit of a cheat and not really an art style, I'm in Minecraft! This could honestly be something fun to do with your OCs if you're bored or need something to do with them. I mean, it's already pretty funny joining Hypixel and seeing Freddy Fazbear. That could be your OC. You could be Freddy Fazbear. Also, hey, if I ever need to do gaming videos, I have a skin on standby. Now that the speed paint's wrapping up, here's my finished Minecraft skin of my Sona. Do you believe friendship is magic? Are you a horse girl? Do you still love childhood shows due to a mixture of nostalgia and weirdly incredible plot and characters? Well, you're gonna love the next art style, My Little Pony. So this is where I start taking more liberties with my character, and you'll see this again later. Obviously, I had to make her into a horse, but I was really struggling to decide between unicorn, Pegasus, or earth pony. Then I remembered there's actually a species in the show with antenna. They're like little fairy critters in the universe, and they're called breezies. I actually don't know too much about breezies in terms of context or lore to the show, but I do know Picta fit them perfectly. I think the worst part of this was hand drawing the wings. They're so detailed and particular. I decided I would name my Breezy Crittercomb and turned my Sona's tattoo into her cutie mark. Here is my Pony Sona, or I guess Breezy Sona, Crittercomb. We're already halfway done, but still spilling ink. Our 6th art style is going to be Bendy and the Ink Machine. So there's a few different styles in the game, but I'm specifically mimicking the cardboard cutouts in the game. The general style of the characters really is just a standard rubber hose style, so this is really just to help differentiate the two. I liked Bendy a lot when I was younger, and I'm pretty sure the games have expanded, but I'm totally out of the loop. Like, half of the characters I'm referencing I've never heard of in my life. Alice is still a baddie, and Boris is still a little sweetheart though. I had to weather the drawing and give it that old torn cardboard cutout look, and even edit it into a picture of the game. New Bendy character just dropped. Just kidding, here's my finished cardboard PictaRica in the style of Bendy and the Ink Machine. This next art style is a bit of a mystery. Just kidding, it's Gravity Falls. When I was younger, I was super into the show, and I wish I could relive people making theories and deciphering things for the first time again. The show was so unique in its ability to interact with the audience the way it did. The show has a very simple art style, so this is another one I found pretty easy to complete. My favorite character from the show is Mabel, who I referenced for the blush of my character. I think my character's ears and antenna would lend them up in a page of the books themselves. Here is my Sona in the style of Gravity Falls. This next art style is quite the gem. It's Steven Universe. This is one of the art styles I had to do the most meticulous planning for. I knew I did not want my character to be a human when gems are right there. Where the struggle came in was picking a gemstone. I wanted either blue or yellow, but my options were very limited and did not appeal to what I wanted. But then I stumbled upon an ocean jasper. After this, I found out there was a defected skinny jasper, and the plan became pretty clear. The only time we ever see an ocean jasper is when one has already become corrupted. I played into this and used the horns to take place of the antenna and spots to go where her tattoos would be. I also placed her gemstone over there as well. I really Steven Universified the outfit so she fit in better, and this was definitely one of the least recognizable iterations in the challenge. This is actually one of my favorite drawings out of the whole batch, so I guess the struggle was kind of worth it. Here is my finished Ocean Jasper gemstone in the Steven Universe style. This next art style is one of my favorite shows of all time. It's Shira and the Princesses of Power. So this one, admittedly, is probably one of my least favorite, which is a giant bummer considering how much I love the show. I decided to make my character from Elberon, considering they're bug people, but I think the lack of nose in the town made it harder to recognize the style. I also could have made the line art a little bit thinner. I genuinely think Shira is a fantastic show, and recently I showed it to someone I know, and they're hooked, spreading the Etherean agenda, or whatever. I decided to make her outfit match the people in the town so she'd fit in, but it's generally the same as usual. This is my finished drawing in the style of Shira and the Princesses of Power. Our last and final art style fills me with despair. It's Danganronpa. This is probably the most demanding art style of them all. I went with making a sprite and not splash art so I could do a lineup later, and she'd fit in with the rest of them. I'm not even going to try to think of what her ultimate would be. Ultimate critter? Ultimate bedrotter? Ultimate enjoyer of things. See, too much. Ultimate indeterminate? This one probably took me the longest, and for good reasons. Style is very detailed and specific in how it's lined and shaded. It is really easy for the art style to look off if you're not careful. And because nobody asked, my favorite Danganronpa characters are Ibuki Miura, Hiyoko Seonji, and Chihiro Fujisaki. I don't know what that says about me, but rip my goats. Also, you might not notice, but the characters actually have a fibrous overlay texture on them, so I guess my Danganronpa game has a default Procreate brush overlay. I hate to say it, but I think my Sona would be a victim, maybe a survivor just with how chill she is. And with that, if there are no objections, here is my finished drawing and the Danganronpa art style. This challenge was by name very challenging. It was a lot of art to get done just in quantity, but I do think the outcome is very cool. I think it helped me recognize how to make art more ready for animation, and also a little with anatomy. I mean, I drew a body about 10 times in a row. Here's a little lineup of all 10 drawings, not in any specific order, that's my bad. Let me know which one was your favorite. I have to say, Monster High or Steven Universe, in my opinion. Let me know if you have any suggestions for other art challenges I can try in the future, or just what you want to see in general. As a reminder, videos like these do take a very long time and effort, so if you enjoyed the video, you can show some gratitude by liking, subscribing, and commenting. Thanks so much for watching. I've been PictaRica. Hope to see ya another day.